Kim, and I'm back today with a plan with me for the month of August. I just filmed my August currently inked, so you can see that video I believe next week. But I needed to ink up the pens so that they would be ready for when I do my plan with me, so that I can use those pens for the August layouts. So let's pretty much jump right in. So I'm starting off with this kit from Sterling Ink. So this is the one from August, and I really do quite like it. August happens to be my favorite month. It is the month of my birth, so of course, just, you know, immediate favorite, because I do happen to treat my birthday as like a national holiday. So I love my birthday and I think everyone should too. So anyway, August happens to be my favorite month. I also just really love the summer. So summer is my favorite season. So here we are, and we are kind of winding down the summer months, and this kit is really beautiful. So here are the full-size vellums. By full size I mean 8.5 by 11. And this is the one that kind of spawned all the colors that I'm going to be using for this month's layout. So that includes the inks that I have chosen for my daily pen. That includes the Tombow markers that I'll be using for highlighting certain areas. Everything. So, oh, also the washi tapes that I have chosen to correspond with the setup for August. So I'm really excited to get going. Over on this side I do have the B6 size monthly calendar on vellum, and I will be cutting this down so that it fits better into my standard TN size book. And I'm thinking I'll probably cut off this edge right over here. So I'll put that aside for when we get to that. And then these are the dates. So the dates from August 1st through the 31st. And then the day stickers. So Monday through Sunday for 5 total weeks. So those I don't need during this current setup. So I'll put those to the side. And then inside the kit, or inside the envelope. So this was the sticker that was sealing the tissue paper that was on the outside of the kit. So I always do keep these. I may use it in a spread, I may not. I just don't toss them because they are always extremely pretty. And this one goes this way. So that's that one. It's like a partial frame. And we have the monthly sticker, the tabs for August, I'm not sure what this, like a decal, I'm not sure exactly what this is called, but this is the main one for August. Sometimes I use these in my setup, sometimes I don't. And I'm about to say something that is probably an unpopular opinion amongst planners, like the planner community. I don't like stickers with people on them. So I know, I just don't. I'm not into them. I don't like them. So I don't ever use like people stickers. I don't think I actually use stickers with animals on them either. I don't know what that's about. But anyway, this is the August calendar, the little one. I'm gonna switch that out at the front of my planner. But like I was saying, I know it's an unpopular opinion. I'm okay with that. I just don't like it. And when I saw that this kit included them, I wasn't excited about it. I mean, the kit is absolutely beautiful. I could have done without the girls. That's all I'm saying. I could have done without the girls. I'm not going to use the girls. I'm not going to use any stickers that include the girls in them. So I just feel like I don't want to feel like there are wasted parts of the kit for me. So as you can see, there's the other sticker sheets that come with the kit. And you may also be able to see that I've used some of the stickers, and we'll get to that in a moment. I'll show you where I've used them. But here's like another sticker with a girl on it. And then these two on here that I won't be using. So not a lot of stickers that I'm necessarily not going to use, but I just don't like the idea that I'm not going to use them. Oh, and these are the August, or the dates for the months. Not month specific, just gives you 1 through 31 and 2 sets of those to be used. Alright, so those are all the stickers from this month's kit. And now I'm going to pull out my planner and we can go ahead and get started. Also on the topic of people on my stickers, spoiler alert, if you are subscribed to Sterling Ink and you haven't received all of your kits, or you haven't received your kit for September, September also includes a girl. I think in more spots, in more places than this kit has a girl. That's all I'm saying about that. So these are the Tombos. Oh, I said let me pull out my planner. Alright, so here we are. And I'm just going to take it out of my cover for right now. These are cards from my coffee subscription, or my espresso subscription. I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Oh, I do know. I have an espresso journal, so I am going to use them there one of these days. I have a monthly espresso subscription, and these little cards show which ones they send, how to brew them, or not roast them, how to extract them. I think that's the proper term. Maybe. I could be wrong. But that's what I'm going to use those for. So that's why they're there. Alright, moving in. So let's get over to August. This is currently July. Today is actually July 31st. So down here. So the month is over. I need to do this today so that I can be ready for August. That starts tomorrow. And as is usual, I have my little sticky notes that have the appointments and reminders of things that I want to get done throughout the course of the month. So I'm just going to move those over. And I'll put them back on the spread when I schedule those things, or when I get a better idea of when I may want to schedule those things. And then of course there's some like sticky residue on here. So we're getting to that point of the book where there's a hump. If you're familiar with the Hobonichi Cousin, or actually any bound book that's really thick, as you use it, the spine kind of curves and then it creates a bit of a hump right here in the middle. So because this first part is very thin as compared to this part over on the right, it is sometimes easier to flip the book like this. So I flipped it, if you can see that. So I flipped it. So that's the front cover, that's the back cover. Just flipped it around so that it sits more evenly. I didn't perfectly like split it in half, but it sits more evenly. So this is August. And we'll start right here. Alright, first things first, we are going to set up the title for the month over here on the upper left. And I've mentioned this previously, but I like being able to put the title of the month in the top left. I know last year a lot of times, especially on a month like this where I don't have a lot of space in the upper left because the first starts right here, I would normally put the label over here on the right hand side at the bottom. But I don't like to do that anymore. So I definitely want them all at the upper left. I'm okay if it covers up the first of the month or the first couple of days. It's whatever. It's what makes me happy. That is the point. So I am going to put the month title up there. And instead of doing a lot of washi up at the top, instead I think I'll just do the month and like a sticker like that. So for instance, this is May and the first is all the way over here. So I am covering it up. Not a ton. I still can right here, and it happened for this month I didn't need to. So I'll do the same thing. I'll do the month title and like a little edge sticker right underneath that, and those come from this sheet. So I'll either use that one or that one. Let's see which one I like the best. And I am really loving these frames. Yeah, they're frames. I'm really loving these frames and how the decor works, or the deco works with the layouts for the month. All right, so I have to decide which one I want. Do I want, and which one looks best or better upside down? So do I want this one, this half, it's like sliced in half right there. So this one will have the frame here and a little greenery. Or if I use this one, and I'm flipping it because it will be upside down since we're going to put it right underneath the word August, has the gray, which I really do want to introduce a lot of the gray. Okay, hold on, because I know that I am also going to do this larger washi strip along here, and this does have a lot of gray in it already, which is great. How am I going to do this way? Even though this may make sense, I actually like it better this way. I don't love the idea of splitting this one in half, but I'm going to. So anyway, this sticker is going to go down here at the very bottom. I think I will do some type of washi, like a thin washi, to kind of add some color, because I said that I really love this bluish grayish that we have going on here. So I want to bring in a marker color that is similar, but got a little sidetracked. I don't remember what I was saying. So I do want to put a thin washi right below here, but I feel like the gray on these stickers aren't giving me, and my lighting keeps changing. I'm sorry about that. The sun is like going in and out. So it's not giving me like the bluish grayish that this gives me, and I want it to because my Tombow marker is kind of a bluish grayish. So what am I gonna do? Okay, let me first, I'm doing this kind of backwards too, because normally I would show you the swatch page that I put together for the month. So here's the swatch page that I put together for August, and it has like the little freebie sticker sheet that you get in the order, and I use that to kind of base my colors off of. However, like I mentioned, there's not a lot of this bluish color in there, and I want to see more of the bluish color, and that is clearly why I drew my inspiration for the markers that I picked out and my washi tapes. So that's these. So yeah, I want to do this long washi strip here at the bottom, but I also want to include one of these thinner washi tapes to layer with it, but I don't want it to look like it completely just doesn't even go. So somehow in these stickers I'm gonna have to figure out what I can bring in that's a little more blue, and then also which blue washi I'm going to use with this. I'm just gonna go with the one in the middle. I'll go with this one. Looking at it, I still don't feel like it is, you know, doing much for me, but it is what it is. Also, if you've been here before, you know I don't plan this out ahead of time. So I'm going to just go in with this blue washi at the very bottom, and I'm going to layer that thicker washi strip on top of this, and in some way add a lot more blue onto this spread so that it makes sense, so that it makes some remote sense. It might help if I zoomed out just a bit more. Alright. So I'm going to cut this right where I used a pencil to mark where I'd split it. Now I don't want to put this one down first. Park that there. Okay, so I'm going to line this up with the center of the book, and like I said, overlap on top of that blue washi, just a little. Doesn't look so bad. The blue combines with that gray. Okay, so that's that. And then I am going to do this gray strip here, the one on the bottom up here with the August title, but now should I add some blue up there somehow? Okay, let me do it like this. And this is all a guess. I'm just guessing that this is gonna work out not too terrible. So I'm thinking that it's going to, that the gray little sticker, oh shoot, I gotta do that one first because I want the word for August to overlap on top of this one. And I want this to line up there so you don't see what's missing from that part. And then August is just gonna overlap on top of this sticker so that like the G is hanging down onto the sticker. All right, that's not bad. I'm kind of liking it. Okay, so this is the top and bottom setup. And then before I move on, I am going to add all of my appointments that I have for the month or special dates and things of that nature. Oh, and fun fact, the day that you will be seeing this video is actually my birthday. So August 6th, this video is going to go up this coming Sunday. So that is pretty cool. And I love my birthday. If I didn't mention it already, I know I mentioned it already, but I do really love my birthday. So I'm very excited. I don't think there's anything like super spectacularly special planned. You know, it's just a day to celebrate me, which I will take any chance I can get. So I am trying to see a few things. So first of all, do I want to use some of these smaller icons to note the appointment dates that I have for the month? I don't really think so. I should maybe use some transparent dots for the appointments. I don't have a lot. I only have like wow, I don't have like any. I have two. I have like 2 nail appointments. I know I need to schedule a dentist appointment and something else. Let me see what dots I have. So this is my book of cloth and paper dots that I have, and I've said it a million times that this color, ash, I always thought it was supposed to be gray, but it kind of leans a little blue, and maybe it's appropriate for a spread like this where I'm trying to bring in that blue-gray color. So let's go with that for today. Alright, so we'll do ash dots. I also think maybe I could use these ash tapes. I will. Alright, so I know I have something on, yes, the 3rd. And I also have something on the 23rd. That something is nail appointments. No big secret there. And I do know that I have a couple of PTO days scheduled or planned. Well, that one and this one. That one's actually my son's birthday. But whatever, I need to use these up. So that's what we're doing. So that is on the 31st, that is a PTO day, but also my son's birthday. So I'm going to use the strip to denote the PTO day. But then one of the larger icons, or not larger icons, but one of the icons to denote that it's his birthday. What says 12-year-old's birthday? I don't think any of these do. Nothing ever really does. But let's use this greenery. That's cute. Alright, so that's the bare bones for this monthly setup. I think that's it. I don't have a lot going on. I will come back and fill in some of these, or the dates and the things that I need to write in. But I also want to take a moment to add in more color. Just like here and there. I think that would be really nice. Okay, so I know I said I wanted to add in more color, and this is exactly not doing that, or it's at least not adding in like the grayish colors, but I think this would be pretty right here. And maybe something up there. Oh, this is kind of cute. I don't know, let's put it down, why not? It looks like a patio setting. So I'll just stretch that across these 2 days. I still have enough space to write in other things, should I need to, as the month progresses. So this is where I'm going to leave it for now until I fill in all the other stuff. And then I'll flip you over to the weeklies. Okay, so this is the current weekly. Like I said, it's Monday the 31st, and I had to set it up so that I could start my week, even though I hadn't done my August plan with me just yet. So this is what I've got so far for this week, and I not only did this week, I also did the next week. So I did the basic framework, putting in my timetable, having a space up at the top for my priorities for the day, a spot for my workout, spot for dinners, and then my list that'll go down here at the bottom, and I'll determine what those lists are going to be when the weeks get closer. So now that I am in like a blue kick, I'm actually going to just go in with some of this blue grid washi. And where do I want to put it? I like to alternate where I put washi. These 2 weeks though, I did it both top and bottom. And the reason why I like to alternate is because the Hobonichi, or the like Tomo River paper, gets really bulky if you continue to put stickers in the same spot over like a 500-page book. Obviously, I think that's pretty obvious. I think that, you know, makes a lot of sense. So I do try to alternate like top and bottom. I think for this purpose, I'm just gonna go in at the top. And I didn't even bring out the card that I used to cut my washi, but that's okay. So that'll go at the top. And then, oh, what I didn't tell you about, the Tombow markers that I chose for this month. I kind of gave you a quick glimpse, but I didn't show you the exact ones I'll be using. So the main one I'll be using, and we'll circle back to this, but the main one that I'll be using for my habit tracker when I set it up, that's why I said we'll circle back, is going to be Tombow N52. It's a grayish kind of color that's very cool. It has some blue undertones, so that's the one I'm going to be using. And then there's one that's very similar. It's an N60. Where did I put it? I feel like I just had it out. Hold please. Oh, I found it. Okay, so it's N60, and this one is more of a true gray color, still with some bluish undertones. It's kind of like an icy sort of blue. So I thought I was going to use that, but I'm not. I'm going to use Tombow 312. I think that's the one that I want to use for this spread. And it's sort of like a greenish, what would I call it? Not sage. I actually think the name is called holly. Is it? I could be wrong. But that's the color I'm using to highlight these areas for the weekly for this month. And I'm going to do top and bottom. And every time I do this, I do wish that I would do it like in a straight line when I make these like swaths of highlighter. But I don't like bother to pull out, you know, what do you call it? I don't bother to pull out a ruler or anything, so how else do I expect that to happen? I don't. So that's that. I kind of want to put something down here at the bottom, so I will rely on stickers for that area. And it would be helpful if I had some stickers that were mostly like a straight edge. Oh, here. Okay, we've got these stickers. I don't love them. Nah. I do kind of like these. But no, I'm not sold on those either. So maybe we then go for a corner sticker. I kind of like this one. And I would love to layer that on top of another floral. Okay. Or layer a floral on top of that. I think. Do I want it this way? This way? No. Just stick it. Just stick it down. Okay, so got the sticker down. So I'm going to do that corner business for this week. And August is one of those weeks that has, or one of those months that has 5 weeks for the most part. So that's 3 weeks done. Here's the 4th, but then the 5th has most of the days in August. So there's 4 out of the 7 days of this week in August. So I count this as an August week. So that does require there to be 2, what am I saying? So that does require there to be 5 weekly layouts for the month. I was gonna put this up top. I did that there. Maybe we could do it here and just go more green. And if you haven't noticed, I'm perfectly fine with covering up the day headers. I know what day it is. I don't need to see them to know that that's a Friday. So I'll just cover them up so that I will have enough space down here to write my priorities when the time comes. So like I said, we're gonna go green heavy with this spread, and the greens that I have are 192 and 228. 228 is like called green gray or something, and 192 is asparagus. Wait, I don't have 192 on here. Ay, ay, ay. Let's see. I feel like that looks green, like a brighter green, which is fine. Not mad at it, because 228 is a gray green, so a little darker. Yeah, let's go with the brighter green. And I'll do like the larger area of green down here, and then just an outline of the green up top. And as this is the time of like seeing the planners for 2024 and thinking about our planning systems and things we might want to change, I know it is very tempting to want to like change things up and switch things up and do something a little bit different, but I've actually felt like I don't want to. I am loving, and I mentioned this in a previous video, but I'm loving the way my spreads are working for me. I'm loving you know, how I'm able to put it all together. So that is something that I am not interested in changing at all. However, I have recently thought that my dailies, I might want to switch up a little bit, and I'm not sure what that means. I'm not sure how exactly I intend to switch them up. I'm not sure any of that. I don't know what that means exactly, but I feel like I want it to be more of a moment, less of a task list, more of like a dedicated space for my thoughts for the day, or dedicated space just for me to be maybe a little creative for the day. I don't know exactly how I would describe it, but I'm thinking I want to switch it up. And I also do want to focus on not committing, I hate to say that, but for the time being, focus on actually using 1 day per page. So that's what I'm thinking I would mostly prefer to do. I'm not going to stick that yet because I think it'll look best if I put down the blue washi first, and I'm thinking it's the, is it this one? This one, because there is some blue in this washi tape. Some subtle hints of blue, but some blue nonetheless. Okay. And I know I just said I try to not do washi top and bottom. I try to not, you know, do that repeatedly, and here I am for this entire month. I have like washi top and bottom. Sometimes you just, you know, the heart wants what the heart wants. And for August, the month of my birth, I want washi tape top and bottom, and that's what I get. So my plan for this week is to go a little more brown heavy, as evidenced by this washi that I'm using. So I will be using a brown Tombow marker, that is in the brown family. This is $8.99. This is not chocolate. That is not the name of this one. That's $9.69. I don't recall the name of this one. It might be Redwood, I could be wrong, but it's Tombow number 899 if you are interested in finding it for yourself. It's a nice dark brown. I consider it very much a neutral brown, like not too red, not too yellow. I don't use it often because it's a darker color, but I do like to pull it out every now and again, and I thought it works well with the frames that are in this subscription kit, even though I don't know if I'm even putting frames on this page. Let me see if maybe there's a sticker that I could use in the bottom corner, possibly. That would work for this. And like I said, the 31st is my son's birthday. So, you know, not only do I treat my birthdays like national holidays, I try to do the same for my kids as well. So I'm like off work that day. We are planning some stuff. Nothing is quite finalized, but we're gonna have a blast on August 31st. Alright, let me see what I can put in the corner of this spread. I have these frames. There's a lot of green going on in those, which is fine. I thought I had more frames. Oh, this one's nice, but not really. I don't want it on there. Are these the only frames I have left? How is that even possible? This doesn't even sound right. Okay, so this week I did something over on the left. This week on the right. Maybe I'll do left there and then right here. I won't remember that, but I could try. So maybe I'll do like this. I would love something on this side of the half frame. I don't think I want another scene sticker. We already know I'm not using the sticker with the girl in it. So I don't know. I'll just put this down, and then as the month wears on, I'll see if there's something more that I could add over here to the bottom right that I would be pleased with. Probably figure something else out for this little corner there. Alright, so those are the weeks, and I call that done. This one needs some help. This one needs some jazzing up too. Why didn't I do anything in the corner of this one? That I don't know. Let me see what I have. I have these larger floral elements. Oh, this one's really pretty. That one. I could do that. I definitely feel like I need some washi on this page. So I have this one, this grid. I feel like I should layer this with another greenish color washi. Yes, I have to layer it with something. Let me go grab something. This one's actually more grayish, or maybe taupish, than greenish. But what else? I'm gonna pop this right here. So we make this whole corner a moment. Okay, so I'm much more pleased with the way that turned out in the corner. Okay, so those are all of my weeks. Now, I'm gonna flip the book back, and now we'll get into the days, or not the days, but the collections. Alright, so this is my July overview, and then I need a new order tracker. I'm going to put that here, and then I'll start August right there. And I will likely pop some music in while I fill this out, speeding it up. But I'll tell you that these are my collection pages. On the left hand side is going to go the tracker for August. The right hand side is going to be my one line a day, where I will write down just any notable, memorable things for the day. And then the following page on the left hand side is going to be my goals. Right hand side is my reflection for the month, to be filled out at the end of August. So I'm going to set up those pages and jump right in. And in the middle of these two will be the August monthly vellum. So I'm going to cut that down to standard PM width right now. So I decided to forego the music as I set up the collection pages and just kind of do it off camera and come back, primarily because it's hot today and I needed to like turn on the fans and stuff and the AC, and I didn't want all that background noise. But anyway, here we are. So here is the monthly layout, and I'm going to fill this in. Give me a minute. Alright. So, I filled in the monthly. There wasn't a lot to fill in. Honestly, pretty much nothing. I didn't even fill in my birthday, which is fine. I don't know exactly what's going on and if we will have some plans coming up, so I will write that in after the fact. Also, I have my stickers that you know I like to keep on here to remind me to do things. So I'm going to do that. And actually this is for this week, and I think that's pretty much all the ones I'm going to place on here. Oh, there is something that I have to remember for school. So I believe the tennis season begins, which means I have to get physical forms filled out before this day. Okay, so here's my monthly, and then everything is pretty much laid out easily, plainly, very clean monthly, not a lot going on. As the month progresses though, I will likely fill in with a bit of journaling, maybe some added stickers if I have some left over from the kit. So that'll happen as time goes on. Then the monthlies, as you have seen. So here's the 5 monthlies that I have set up, the basic framework for the entire month of August. So these are all set up and ready for me, and I like to have these done ahead of time since this weekly works for me and I'm not changing it at all. Unlike, like I mentioned, the dailies. I think I'm going to be doing something a little bit different for the dailies, but we'll get there. So I do still need to put the little tab up top for August, and I'll do that as soon as I'm finished. But I set up the tracker over here on the left hand side. I have the 1 line a day on the right hand side, ready for me to begin tomorrow. And then the next section, so my goals I've done a little bit different for the month. Oh, I also used the sticker that was the one that sealed the tissue paper on the kit. So I used that right here, and I stuck it down with some repositionable tape, so I don't have to commit to it being here for long term. So my goals, instead of having those 3 categories that I usually do, and it was like personal development, business, and finances, and then setting up tasks underneath that, I'm just setting up some loose goals of things that I want to do around the house. I have, like, I need to declutter my pantry. I have down here, I need to actually update my resume. That's a story for another day. But these are things that I want to focus on in the month of August, kind of take it easy. And I've allowed enough space to put like maybe 4 more here, or however many more I need. And then I'm not sure about some deco here. Originally I thought maybe I would do something like a, what do you call it, like a vision board or something like that, that I want to inspire me for the month, or inspire me to get these goals done. So I could possibly do that, but for the time being I parked this sticker here, and I may fill in a vision board down here. I'll let you know in the next plan with me what I actually decided. And then I set up the framework for my reflection side over here on the right, and I do have spaces available to fill in the questions that I'll be asking myself at the end of the month. I don't write in the questions until towards the end of the month, and I actually did that for July. And the reason is because I may decide to change my questions, which I did for July. So my questions actually are now: what stood out most this month? How have I worked on myself? My game plan for next month? And what I'm most excited about for next month. Whereas my questions for the previous 6 months have been: how did this month go? What was my goal progress for the month? What self-care did I do this month? And what am I looking forward to for next month? So my questions changed just a little bit, and maybe I'll stick with these new questions that I made up for July. Maybe I'll stick with them for August. Maybe I won't. But I didn't want to commit to anything right now. But I do have that spot here, and if there are any inbox sticky notes that I need to hold on to and reference throughout the month, this will be where they get parked until the end of the month when I'm ready to fill out the reflection. Alright, so that is August, all set up and ready for me. The final thing I would have to do is just move my tab. So I need to move my monthly tab. That's down here. I just use these from, I believe, Post-it brand, and my label maker. That's for the month. I'll just flip that to August starting tomorrow. And this one's on the weekly. And same thing for my tracker tab and my today tab. They just kind of move throughout the planner with me. So I'm all set up and ready to get the month started. Thank you so much for following along on today's video with me. If you have any questions about things that I've shown or talked about, feel free to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll get right back to you. Again, thank you so much for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one.